Hello and welcome to the Album Man, and today it's time for some weekly rock news. Yes, it's back after a couple of weeks or something like that. You know how inconsistent this series can be, and also sorry for the lack of videos over the last week. I'm perfectly aware this is my first video for the last week, and wasn't intentional. Just the week just slipped by without me noticing, really. But I going to be getting Alter Bridge's new album tomorrow, so expect a review of that. I'm so stoked to hear that album. And Fish Freeze the Consequences, it definitely will be coming this week. I've written the review. I just need to record it, all that stuff. So yeah, look out for that. And Random Friday review that will actually be back this week, and I'm just going to tell you what it is because I already did the draw for it. It's Supertramp's Breakfast in America, so that will be on Friday. Okay. Anyway, let's go on to news. Not too much, but there's one particularly big story that I want to talk about. Now I don't have much to say, but I still want to say it. And there's a couple of small things. So as usual, start from what I consider sort of the smallest to the biggest. Okay, so Gary Moore's debut album, Back on the Street, has been re-released, and an extended edition, which is pretty cool. The only thing that concerns me about it is I can't find anything necessarily, hair's getting grey, that says it's been remastered. And if it hasn't been remastered, then it seems just bloody pointless. I mean, it has 4 bonus tracks, but one of them is track 9, which is a B-side. Okay, that's pretty cool, yeah. The other is 3 different versions of Spanish guitar. It's like, really? We need 3 different versions of Spanish guitar? There's one with Phil Lynott on vocals, one with Gary Moore, one other. It's like, it just seems a bit fillery, having 3 versions of the same bloody song. Who's going to think, oh yeah, I'm going to listen to 3 versions of the same song just in a row? No, but so I hope it's been remastered. Then I'll probably pick it up eventually. If it has, it's a Gary Moore album I certainly don't have. It's the one that features Parisian Walkways, of course. Even though the live version it's just better. I mean, it's hard to deny the live version of Parisian Walkways isn't better, but still be cool to have the studio version with Phil Lynott, I think, on vocals. And yeah, so if it hasn't been remastered, as I said, it's pretty damn pointless. Okay, this bit of news is a little odd. So KK Downings talks a bit more about why he left Judas Priest. If you remember a couple of years ago on Judas Priest's Epitaph, which turned out not to be the last time I saw them on the tour, and ironically, it was the support act last tour, certainly in the UK together, which of course was Queensryche. The only time I've ever seen Queensryche with Jeff Tate, and that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that, but Judas Priest were awesome, but it certainly wasn't the final tour, and that's, I'm not criticising them. The more Judas Priest around, the better, considering I thought Nostradamus, their last album, controversially, it's probably my favourite Priest album. I would say I prefer it to British Steel and Scream for Vengeance, only just, but I would say I do. I think it's a very interesting album. Not very Judas Priest, which sounds a bit odd, but very interesting album. Anyway, KK Downing, he didn't retire, he quit. And I don't know, his definition of retirement and mine are a bit different. You see, he defines retirement as stopping because you're unable to continue your job, which I sort of define retirement as quitting work after the age of 65. But he says no, he quit, not retired, though it's not like he's done anything musical at all that I've known of since he quit or whatever, retired. He basically retired. I mean, there's not much to say, but okay, apparently he didn't, because he believes that Priest, he was just sick of just playing standard, the old stuff, breaking the law, and I don't know why I've just completely blanked on Priest songs, because I bloody love them, but Painkiller, Scream for Vengeance, all that good stuff, Living After Midnight, that's the one I was thinking of. Even though they didn't play that when I saw them, due to their lighting, their set problems, which was quite a shame, because I love that song. Anyhow, so he just felt there was nothing to do, and he felt that in the current music industry that it's impossible to make an album like British Steel or Dark Side of the Moon and Back in Black. It's impossible to make an album like that, as people just listen to an album and don't give it a second chance. which I think I wouldn't necessarily say that. I'd say maybe of the general populace, yes. But I think pop certainly is always where it's not. I'd say with Judas Priest, no. I think rock fans in general do tend to give things multiple chances. I certainly know I do, and certainly know there are a lot of you out there who do. I don't think people are that dismissive. I admit music is easier to access than it was back in the 70s and 80s, yes, because through a click of the button you can find pretty much every album, ever recorded, really. I mean, obviously, there's stuff you can't find, but you get what I mean. You can find most stuff on the internet for free. But, yeah, so he just decided there was nothing left for him, but he didn't retire. So, whatever, it's a shame, because I didn't get to see him, but his replacement was pretty good, but still, can't beat the real thing. Now, this story is a little annoying. Now, as you know, this year, I have praised Bowie to high heaven. Gave The Next Day a 9 out of 10 or something. I've talked about Bowie a lot this year and everything positive, but unfortunately I'm going to be talking a bit negatively about Bowie. I'm afraid he's not quite infallible, even if this year has been a great year for him. He's doing something that annoys me, and it's going to turn into like my whole rant about The Who releasing Tommy for the millionth time. It's going to turn into a bit more of a general thing, but still stick with the main point. Bowie is re-releasing The Next Day, because, it's not like it was only released, in February, and he's already re-releasing it. Now, what does it have, you may wonder? Well, it comes out November 4th. It's a 3-disc collector's edition, which includes 5 unheard tracks, 2 brand new, so it's 2 discs. So first is standard album, second is, as I said, 5 unheard tracks, 2 brand new remixes, the Japanese bonus track, God Bless the Gal, and the bonus tracks and the deluxe version of the album, of course. And it also has a DVD featuring the videos, the video for Where Are We Now, which is very interesting, of course. The video starts off, I think, the controversial video for The Next Day. That was great. The newer video for Valentine's Day, and I think that's pretty much it. Let me just have a look. Stars Are Out Tonight? Oh yes, I remember that music video. That was the one where he went shopping. Yeah, that was quite an amusing video. But the problem I have about bands doing this, I don't mind bands re-releasing albums. How I buy re-releases. For example, Dark Side of the Moon Experience Edition, it had a live disc of Dark Side of the Moon and a remastered version. Cool, bought it. The Wall, that had a whole disc of really interesting demos and a remastered version of The Wall, the studio version. Cool, I bought it. But they're, albums from the 70s. This album was from 2013 and he's already re-releasing it. That type of thing annoys me quite a bit, because it's like, the loyal fans of Bowie, obviously they went out day one and bought the album, or, at least within the first few months. Most Bowie fans will have the album by now. It's as simple as. I mean, why wouldn't they? And probably a lot of them would have bought the deluxe edition. And now, they feel like they have the inferior version, and, some superior version to try and, screw them over. It just annoys me, things like that. There's no reason, save this for, remaster in 10 years' time or something, or there's no need. I mean, people could cope without the bonus tracks of it. I don't think there's, many Bowie fanboys who are like, I need those bonus tracks. We've already had a new album from Bowie. I feel, satisfied when it comes to Bowie for the year of 2013, and the deluxe tracks are quite nice as well. I don't really see any of this. The DVD, all the videos available on the internet. Who really watches music videos on DVD anymore? Just saying, not many people. I don't think many people do. And then, unheard tracks are always cool, but 6 months or whatever, 9 months or whatever after the album's been released, no, there's no need to release a new version. We had the standard version, the deluxe edition, and the vinyl version. That was fine. I think everyone was happy with that. It was fine. The album was great. Pretty much, every Bowie fan liked it, universal acclaim. Why milk it? Why turn it into a cash cow? It just, yeah, I don't like business practices like that. They do annoy me. I mean, though I could be a tad bit hypocritical because I don't actually have the album yet, so I may consider getting it if it goes down in price, but I want to see how much it's going to be, which just, I know, and then you say I'm feeding into the thing that I don't like, but I don't know. It's either that or the vinyl version, heavily considering the vinyl version of the album, but yeah, you know, my dad thought it was pretty stupid. I mean, he has, you know, he bought the deluxe version of it in, you know, the first week. He's a big Bowie fan. And, you know, so I just think, you know, it's a bit of a dick move from Bowie, but doesn't mean I might not get it. I don't know. It depends on the cost, I suppose, or if I decide LP version would be cooler, because that also comes with a CD, so that's pretty cool. Okay, and lastly, the epic news that I don't even have much to say about. It's just so epic. Robert Fripp confirms King Crimson are returning. What more needs to be said? They're going to be returning in 2014, and they're going to be touring. With a new lineup, obviously Fripp's still in it, but it sounds pretty damn cool to me. What else is there to say? It's King Crimson, they're awesome. Fripp's finally finished with his legal dispute, that's awesome. And he's going to be touring. That's awesome. I mean, Crimson, yeah, they are a damn cool band. So I'll be, you know, pleased I may have the opportunity to see him. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say on that story at all. Much else to say overall. So this has been the Album Man. Thanks for watching. Contact, subscribe, and again, sorry about the lack of videos recently. And as usual, long live rock and roll.